Hello, my name is Christian Gomez. I enjoy reading, playing Super Smash Bros. Competitively, and drawing.
Hi, I'm Rochelle. I'm from Washington State. I enjoy hanging out with my friends and I love listening to music.
Hi, my name is Abigail and I like chocolate, I like to sing, and I'm a Christian.
Hi, my name is Javier. I'm from San Diego, California. I love playing football. I love sports, being active, running, anything that relates to exercising.
Hello, my name is Alejandro Mejia, and I was born in Acapulco, and I like to skate and play guitar.
Hi, my name is Eric, and I like rap music.
Hi, my name is Bill. I like computers, and I host a morning show to San Diego High every morning.
I went to museums when I was in high school, and I always really liked that experience of exploring and learning and being exposed to different types of artwork. So I would hope that people in your age range are interested or curious about the shows that we're doing once you get here.
MOPA has a wonderful center for showing off its different exhibitions throughout the year, but the way the museum is portrayed now has me drastically uninterested in it. What the exhibit suffers from is how it presents itself, such as the lighting, exhibition design, the feeling of isolation, and the lack of appealing photos. When visiting the museum, my peers and I visualized and thought that we'll be getting something great out of it, but in the end, we were disappointed with the outcome. If the museum had a better exhibition and the picture were portrayed in a much finer way, then instead of us being disappointed, the outcome would be for all of us wanting to come back, thrilled to see MOPA's new exhibit.
We had to make a video talking about how we fit into the Museum of Photographic Arts.
My first impression of MOPA was quiet, interesting, but a lot of information, a lot of like history, a lot of kind of varieties of things, but it was overall good.
My first impression into MOPA was kind of disappointing. I was excited. I was happy to go see something new. And as soon as I went in there, I was just disappointed. I wasn't expecting that boring, you know?
I would like to see more of urban art, more of local art, more of art in the streets, I guess you can say.
What I would want to see in the MOPA Museum would be more into the history of the United States, how we became who we are now. Pictures of the World War I, World War II, all the wars. I find that very interesting and would go back if that was actually there.
The Museum of Photographic Arts came to our school and requested our help to make a video on what we would change in the museum. When we arrived at the museum, they let us walk around the exhibition. What I noticed that it was not my kind of photographs. The photos in the museum were of random objects that were completely irrelevant. Along with the way the pictures were placed was stale. The exhibition could have been more alive if the way the photos were arranged was different. That is not the only thing the museum could change. For example, the colors in the wall, in my opinion, were a bit boring. The photographs in the wall should also be filled with colors. Having them black and white makes it dull. The setting in the museum is much more different than my normal environment. An example of my ideal environment would be something with nature, animals, and families. For example, these pictures represent the kind of flowers I like and their colors. These are my dogs and they represent that I am an animal person. This is my family, my parents and my little brothers. They represent me. They remind me of all the wonderful things life can bring to us. If the photography at MOPA was more familiar to me, then I would spend more time there looking and walking around.
Along with a group of my peers, I was contacted by MOPA, the Museum of Photographic Arts. They wanted us to make a video of something that we would like to change or add to MOPA. After visiting the museum and after a week of discussing our thoughts, this is what I came up with.
Display your art in the museum. You can, so it's for an internship and we're having like an experimental kind of thing, and we have a big wall up and you can download an app and you can print out your picture and you can post it up on the wall, you can post the picture up or take it home with you.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. We'll go in and do it.
Thank you.
You guys want to display your photography in this museum?
Take pictures, that'd be awesome.
Right now.
I think it's an interesting idea to see a collage of so many people coming to Balboa Park, tourists all over the world building a collage of a variety of things. Going back to printing, which we're losing the effect of printing. Everything is in our phone, suddenly it comes out, so that's fun always. And very cool. Hi, EPP.
To be able to walk into a building with this kind of reputation and at least print your work and have it up on one of the walls is it's pretty neat. And it definitely, as you said, it makes it much more accessible to someone that's not been doing this for very long or running around for ages and ages, having mastered photographic technique.
Sadly, after our time was up and everyone in the community had contributed to the wall, it was taken away by staff. It was amazing to see people walking by come into the museum and contribute to the project that we created. We were frustrated to see our hard work being locked away, never again to see the light of day. With that being said, I hope this kind of exhibition returns to the museum permanently.
You'd come back if we were doing this?
Absolutely. Absolutely. This is awesome. No, this is really cool. It's a neat opportunity because you could say you had your 15 minutes of fame in the Museum of Photographic Arts. Maybe a little bit more than that, who knows?
The first thing I noticed at MOPA was the quiet environment. I tried to replicate my experience by taping my friends' mouths to convey these feelings of isolation and solitude. After my experiment, my friends told me their experience would have gone a lot better if they could talk and interact with each other. This led me to go to the front desk to ask if people are even allowed to talk inside of MOPA.
Yeah, as far as like expectations, it definitely depends on the crowd. Like if there's a young crowd, then we tend to be more specific about the rules and knowing that they'll probably be a little loud in there.
Okay, so it's a quiet environment in here, so you are allowed to talk. And you just have to be controlled about how loud you're being.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that you have to like whisper or anything, but if you're being really loud in a group of people and disrespectful, then yeah, that would be an issue. But it's nothing too crazy. Like people usually know what they're getting themselves into when they walk in here.
First thing I said to him when I came in is, what did you see that you really liked? He goes, oh, well, you got to go in this room and talk to this guy about the music. Said, oh, okay. So here I am.
Right.
There is a feeling of reverence about a lot of this art that's been done centuries ago and all of that. But on the same hand, if you can't share your thoughts and hear other people's thoughts about this art, it's almost like just extremely private experience. You learn a lot from other people, and you learn a lot from listening to other people rather than talking. And so to have a way to open up and get information from other people, also if there's music, sometimes you can even use the music.
Sometimes I like to go be by myself and have it be quiet and just have my own experience, and sometimes I like to talk to other people and interact.
Going to the Museum of Photographic Arts, I had my hopes up. For Bring a Friend Day, Alfredo came along. He actually enjoyed his first visit.
I like the museum, but a lot of people try just to avoid anything that's just black and white, which I think they're just missing out. If they do certain things right, they could probably get this place packed. If they could just get like one of these walls, one of these smaller walls, and just cram it filled with photos. Just so many photos just on one wall. Huge collage, it just covers the whole thing. That'd be really cool to see.
I, on the other hand, found the museum to be quite boring. I imagined something that would blow my mind.
Walking in is a lot more interesting than walking through it. I think there should be more video and more color. Most of the pictures are black and white. Not one picture stands out significantly in comparison to the rest. They all have the same frame. It could be the same photo and you wouldn't really be able to tell.
However, the second time that I walked through it with a friend, my experience was quite enjoyable. Going to MOPA with somebody else makes this museum a lot more fun because you're able to talk about how some photos remind you of experiences you've had with that person.